Good now, everybody. So nice to be here this Friday morning. I am here stepping in for Reverend Wendy. She had some obligations today, and she asked me if I could step in for her. So here I am, stepping in for her. So nice to be here. Sorry, my Facebook was doing something a little weird right then, so I was checking in on it to see what was going on. I'm Kelvin Hagan, and it is my blessing to be here with you all this morning. Oh, first thing I like to do is I like to take this post, this prayer time here on Facebook with Agape, and I like to share it out to my wall. And because you never know who might see it that might not see it on the Agape wall. And you know what? There's a couple of regular congregants now at Agape that didn't know Agape existed until they saw one of these on my wall. And they started looking into Agape. Went to the services, and then now they're regular attendees online for Agape. Right? So that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to do that really quick while we got a moment here while folks are gathering in. Okay. There we go. Done. Shared onto my wall. See, we got a few viewers coming in. Let's take a look at some of the messages here. Now, this is a time for affirmative prayer. So if you want, you can put in where you're from, put in your name, just say hi, or you can put in what your prayer is for, what you're affirming. If you're affirming something for your health, what you're affirming for your healing, what you're affirming is already done, knowing that in the mind of God, it's already taken place. So go ahead and put your prayer affirmations in and whatnot. Meanwhile, I'm going to say hello to a few folks here. Hello, Wayne. So good to have you here. Old-fashioned hippie hugs. I receive it. Henry, South Carolina, good morning. Shario, good morning. Okay. Vincel, good morning. Redondo Beach. Gwen, good morning. Deborah, San Francisco. Sacramento with Mercy. Curtis, good morning to you. Good now, everybody. Good morning from Florida. Tahita. Helena, good morning. Good morning from Wasaga Beach, Ontario with Libby. Yes. All right. These people are going to keep coming in. I'm Kelvin, and I'm stepping in for Wendy. Wendy had an obligation this morning. She has, I forget what she said she had going on, but she had to be obligated somewhere else. She will be back for the noon meditation. So she asked if I could step in for the morning prayer. Good morning, Sarah from New Orleans. Oh, that hits the spot. So, folks are gathering in here. Put your prayer requests, affirm the truth. Hi, Mark. Good morning to you. Hope everything is going well for you this morning. It was wonderful to get that message when I was sitting down to getting ready to meditate. The tree, aloha. Honolulu. Robert, new job and fixed wife's car. Hey, the perfect job is here now, Robert. You are one inside the One Life of God, and your wife's car is an opportunity, not a problem, for you to be of service and to take some time. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Nicole, good morning from Vegas. Jen from Riverside, a little inland from us here. Portia, good now. Good now. Good now, Portia. Portia streaming in from Oregon. Colleen, good morning from San Pedro, just a little bit south of us. What a beautiful morning outside. It is a gorgeous morning here as well. It's going to be a little hot later on. Oops. Let me turn off my ringer. I got a little reminder there. Libby, abundance and perfect health. Knowing it is there, it is complete. Abundance. Kelvin expects, receives, and accepts prosperity and abundance in his life because Kelvin's mind is attuned to his infinite source of supply this day. And that includes an abundance of health, an abundance of wealth, an abundance of love, an abundance of life. Yes. There we go. Adele, good morning. Valerie, good morning from South Africa. Yes. Renee from LA. Christina, Atlanta. Nice to have everybody with us. Okay, so I picked out something to read out of this book, which I just love this book. And I love, so far, everything I've read of Rob Bell's. Amazing man. I got to meet him once. And this book is called Everything is Spiritual. We're reading it in the book club, reading it out loud. And I read something out loud last night that I'm going to share with us here today. Okay? And it's got a little caption to the top of it that says, "My version of an old story." A woman goes on a quest to answer the one most important question: who am I? She sets out from her village. She hikes up the nearest mountain because she's heard there's a wise yogi living up there in a cave. She hikes for a day and comes to the yogi's cave. She enters, she bows, sits down, and asks the yogi, "I'm on a quest to find the answer to the question, who am I?" The yogi shakes his head and replies, "That is far too profound a question for someone like me. I cannot help you." So the woman keeps hiking farther up the mountain. Days later, she reaches another cave, entering to find an old saint hunched over a fire. She sits down and asks, "Can you help me? Who am I?" The saint smiles. "Oh, that is beyond me." The woman leaves and keeps going higher up the mountain until she is above the tree line, and it's cold and windy. And after several days, she arrives at another cave, where she finds an old woman sitting on a rug. She sets down her pack and asks, "Who am I?" The old woman looks her up and down, then arches an eyebrow and smiles, and she says, "Who's asking?" I love that story. Who's asking? What a question. Laughed so hard the first time I came across it. I loved it because I was discovering the self behind myself, the question behind the question, the who behind the who. There's the emotion or the feeling or the thought, and then there's the thing that happens when you step back and observe yourself having emotions or feelings or thought. You discover that you aren't the sum total of the experience you're having. There's a you that's bigger beyond that experience. There's a you that can witness you having emotion or feeling or thought. There's I'm angry, and then there's, oh look, anger. You step back to see the you doing the witnessing, and you get a bigger perspective. But then you can step back to see the you that just got a bigger, better perspective, and you keep stepping back only to discover there's another you behind that you, behind that you. We can't get to the last you behind the you because there will always be another you behind that you. We are absolutely sure that you exist. And yet the deepest, fullest you behind all those other yous can't access in any literal, tangible way. If we ask who you are, you can answer by telling us where you were born or where you went to school or how tall you are or how you're related to, who you're related to, or what you do with your time, and all that matters. They do help to identify you. You could also answer by telling us stories of pain and loss and difficulties you've encountered. Or you could tell us about your personality, your temperament, or how you scored on a psychological evaluation. You could tell us what sign you are, what enneagram number you are, and what your spirit animal is. And yes, all those would help identify you, but there's more to us. Thingness, life, mind, soul. All real, all with different degrees of form. The story, the one about the woman who gets that answer, who's asking, that story gave me language for another part of me, another dimension to being human. One way beyond form, whatever that is and however it worked. I want to understand more. This book is amazing. It's about how we see things. And when we see things that everything is spiritual, and we start to see things that we're not the sum total of our accomplishments. In here it talks about we learn in society how to climb ladders, but we forget the ladder we're climbing might be a ladder somebody else leaned up against that wall for us, and it's not the wall we're supposed to be climbing. Maybe we're supposed to be climbing a ladder up against a different wall, a different building. But we become really good at climbing that ladder. So, who am I? Who's asking? I love that. And the idea being that him as a pastor and stuff, his job wasn't to answer questions. It was to get us asking the right questions. Who's asking? Isn't that beautiful? I'm still the backyard guy, and I have now everything for this journey. Yes, you do. The backpack guy. Reach in that backpack, pull out whatever you need. Yeah, I love this story too. It's pretty amazing. Just so simple. And that's the way he talks about stuff in this book. And the simple truth is that there is nothing that's not spiritual. We can't isolate ourselves. Anytime we're describing who we are separating a piece of us off of what our whole total is in order to describe anything about us. So when we're doing that, it's not possible. The same way we cannot describe or name God, we cannot name ourselves. We will never get to the end. The same way when we look way out into space or we look way down into a microscope, we see that after a while, all we see is no thing. And yet that no thing becomes something solid, something tangible. It's just as real before it's seen. So, there we go. Fun stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and pray now. Let's start with just a few simple breaths, just to come back to the now. And, hold on one second. As I feel the joy in my life, I feel the joy in this moment. I feel the love that is filling my body, my soul. I am gratitude. I am grateful. I am grateful, and I just I'm grateful that I woke up this morning and I get to have another day. I am grateful that that day that I get to have is here right now and wide open for me. I am grateful for the time I get to spend in the silence, in the quiet, in the stillness. I am grateful for each and everything taking place in my life. I am grateful especially for the things that pull and stretch me to being more of who I am. I am grateful for the question, who's asking? As it sparks my thoughts in all kinds of different directions. Grateful for all of this, knowing that all of this is just one thing, because there is only one thing. There is only life, lifing. There is only God, nature, it. It is everything. It is everywhere, down to the smallest little. It is so simple a concept. There is only one life. That one life includes everything, everywhere, every who. Every who. It includes everything. Wrap your head around that. You can't name that. You can't describe that, because all you can do is describe a little piece of it. And yet when we live our life, there is no one piece of us that is not incorporated into all the pieces of us. And each time you affect one piece of us, we affect the whole thing. That is spirit. That is the soul of our being. And it is what God is. We are. And that soul, that inner spark, that life, that love, that abundant breath, spirit, the same word. So as I sit here knowing that everything that God is, I am, that everything that God is, you are, that everything that God is, we are together. There is no thing that I can do that is separate from your life, because our life is one life. We are incorporated together. And as I move forward, I know that even as some of us are going through things, some of us have family members that are transitioning. Some of us may be transitioning ourselves. And I'm here to say that where that person is transitioning, the love and the abundance and the healing of God is taking place. And that healing of God may not be what we perceive it in our human vision, but it is there. It is always there. It has never left us. The healing, loving touch of God is in every single spot, and every single person that is there helping anybody who is going through any kind of illness or disease. These people that are helping these people are the living, breathing life of God as well. So I know that right now where you are, the healing touch of God is taking place. I know that in war-torn places around this country that there's too many to even name. I say, declare, and know that where that is, God is, love is, healing is taking place, growth is taking place, and we are moving into more and more of a loving life as we move forward. I know that there is no place that this is not taking place, that the healing touch of God is taking place everywhere and everything. And I declare and decree that I will know this, carry this, and be this. So if I want to be the human, if I want to see the world as peace, then I need to go inside and find that peace in me. I know that peace, that joy, that love, that abundant feeling, that life that is in me is the spark that sparks the question, that raises the awareness to know just a little bit more about our connection in everything, everywhere. I love that. Who's asking? Who am I? Who's asking? Ask yourself that. Look at that. Reflect on that. And know that where you are right now, the loving, abundant power of God is right here, right now. Spirit is. Spirit, breath. In Old Hebrew, it's the same word. Breath is with me now. Spirit is with me now. Spirit is as me now. So I know as I move forward that my finances are taken care of and I am taken care of, and lifing goes ahead of me, producing, procuring, creating all I need before I even know I need it. I know this. I am. Kelvin Hagen knows and expects prosperity in his life. Kelvin Hagen knows and expects health in his life. Kelvin Hagen knows and expects love in his life, because Kelvin's mind is attuned to his infinite source of supply this day. This is true of me. This is true of we. We know. We expect perfect health, perfect abundance, perfect love, perfect finances in our life, because our minds are attuned to our infinite source of supply this day. Say it. Be it. Put your name in it. Know it. Love it. Claim it. You are. We are. I am. And I will never know completely who and what I am, because the question will always go deeper, and there will always be a witness asking the question. I give thanks for this. I give thanks for the incredible power in this. I give thanks for the spiritual energy in this, because that's all there is. I give thanks for all of it, and I let it go. I release it knowing the act of circulation will bring back 100-fold of what I let go of. I release it. I don't have to understand it. I just let it go. I let it go, and I let God. Because God's got me. I let it go. And I say amen. And so it is. Divine order. Divine order is right here, right now, Olive. Prayers for healing and divine order, knowing that where you are, the loving touch of God is. Knowing it for absolute certainty. Yes. Okay. Marilyn, knowing all my needs are met. May all beings in making decisions concerning my benefits be divinely guided. And they are. They can be nothing but divinely guided, because everything is divinely guided. All things working for our greater good, Marilyn. All things. Always, in all ways. Continuing affirmative prayers for love, peace, wholeness, joy, all needs met. Yes, Lenore. I'm going to go through all these comments in a little while, and I'm going to hold each and every one of you in the perfect life of God, knowing that where you are, I am, we are, God is. That feels good. Okay. We'll go over a few more of these. Look at some of these. Olive, Kelvin, you are right. Non-point. Very powerful prayer. Thank you. Grateful for you. Thank you, Olive. So nice to have you here. Amen and gracious namaste to everybody. Narissa. Hi, Narissa. Thank you, Kelvin, for a beautiful prayer. All my needs are met. Grateful for right and perfect relationships. Grateful for my chosen family. Knowing that the right and perfect relationship is right here, right now, inside of us, inside of we, inside of you, inside of me. We are the perfect relationship, all on our own. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to go through all these comments. So glad I was able to fill in for Reverend Wendy today. And folks, go on, tune in at agapelive.com. There's another class, Foundations, coming up. It's going to be great. We're also working on doing some other things where there'll be some more workshops coming out in the future, and I'm excited to be part of that. And just tune in and see where you can be of service and where Agape can be of service to you. And you can look me up. I'm Kelvin Hagan, and I am an open book. You can find me here on Facebook. You find me, you message me, I'll get back with you. I love it when somebody calls me or messages me and just shares something and lets me be a part of their journey. I'm a practitioner at Agape. To me, that means when I signed on, I took an oath to be here for all of us. And I take that oath very seriously. So, I love you. I love you. I love you. Go forth and have a beautiful day. And remember, there are no complete answers. There's only a path to more questions. Who's asking?